Hello, everybody. Today I'm at one of my favorite places. It's called Trees and More here in South Florida. Absolutely a great place. And today we're going to be talking about this fruit. Do you know what this fruit is? It's called a jujube. And technically it's not an apple, but I tell people apples do grow in Florida. It's a taste like the sweetest apple you've ever had. It's delicious, and we're going to talk about that today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fruitful Trees, and this is one of my favorite parts of the day. It's early morning, and I come out here to look at all my plants, and here I am in my yard, and I have many trees, but this tree behind me is a jujube tree, and lately it's become one of my favorite fruits. I just bought yesterday 3 more of these trees to get in the ground, and I'm going to talk about it. While I was up at Trees and More, I bought these trees. I did a couple of videos, and I'm going to show you today on the show. But if you have room, get one of these trees. They fruit quickly. They're excellent. So here's the video from Trees and More. Jujubes. Here are jujubes. Check that out. That's so good. So here's Mike from Trees and More. Mike, tell us about this amazing fruit, because apples can grow in Florida, right?
Well, it's not really an apple. It's the closest thing you're going to get to an apple down here. I mean, Annas and Dorsets will do okay some places they don't. I mean, if you have a place and you're growing an Anna or a Dorset, yeah, apples will grow here. Hard to do. This is the Indian jujube. They grow real well here. The Chinese jujube, they don't. That's the ones that you can get that grow Georgia and Texas and out there. Big fruit, beautiful fruits, they don't grow here. This one grows well. These trees were planted last spring. I got a crop of them off already, and this is their second crop. And you can see it's like a nice little crunchy apple. Nice flavor, good taste. I like them. It's like I say, it's the closest thing that we can do to an apple. So,
how many times a year does they fruit when they're...
I got 2 crops off of this this year. So, I mean, that's, they go in and out.
And in terms of their size, I mean, they don't look too big. So tell us, how big do they grow?
I saw some big trees before, but usually what I will do is come in here and trim them back. They're brittle. So I will cut this limb off here, when the fruit comes off of this, and then just trim it back into a bush. It got leggy this year. We'll trim it again hard and just shape it up. If you plant the seeds from this, they revert back to this. This is the rootstock, and it fruits like I showed him. It comes to be a very small fruit, and that's what you use for the rootstock for these.
Okay, so it's not a very popular fruit here in Florida, or is it?
Everybody seems to buy them up as soon as they're available on the market. I'm trying to graft some. I didn't have a whole lot of luck doing it. Steve at Fruitscapes, he says you get about 50%, and then they cut them back and try to redo them. So, I mean, that's why they're more money.
And when you get 50%, like, how long do they know before it doesn't take? Like, it's like a mango, like you know right away?
Yeah, you'll know right away. They start turning black, and it's a dead stick.
Okay.
It just doesn't take. And the second he's going to go over there and take a picture of the row of trees I have. I have 3 gallons for $50. I bought them, so I have to resell them. We'll see how I do when I go to grafting, when I pull all the fruit off of this and try grafting, and we'll see what we can do about it.
Well, I'm here in South Florida on the East Coast, and no one else has them except you. I don't know if you know that, but no one has these for sale right now except you here in Southeast Florida. So if anyone wants them, you definitely got to come out, because these, especially when they get red tint like that, they're the sweetest fruits. They're so amazing.
They get this little brown on them.
Yeah.
They'll go from green to yellow to this brown, and the brown is when they're sweet.
Yeah. And so you planted these trees when?
This spring.
This spring.
Yeah. So
they fruit quite quickly.
It would have been last year. It would have been.
Now, how big were these trees when you planted them?
Same size as the one I'm going to show you, about 3 foot.
So they grew this much in 1 year?
Oh, yeah.
So if somebody buys these within a year, a little over a year, they can have a tree fruiting.
Some of the 3 gallons out there have fruit on them now.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's what I came out here for, everybody. This is Trees and More. I'm going to put Mike's contact information below. And this has become one of my favorite fruits. And also, it's mostly a winter fruit, or you said twice a year. Did it go in the summer? How did it work?
I got them twice. I got fruit twice. This is really the first time that I've grown any of my own. I mean, I've had the fruit for years, you know, tasted it, but these are my first trees that I put in the ground here for us. So
I literally trimmed mine all the way back, and it came back just like this and is loaded.
yeah, like I say, I'm going to cut this limb off because it's broke, and then I'll trim this, and then trim it all back, way back, and see how it grows out
Yeah.
after this fruit all comes off. We'll trim it back.
And I'm thinking it's for people like me that have a small yard. It's a great tree for the front because most people don't know what it is, and if they taste it, they're gonna probably taste it when it's not that sweet, when it's dark green, and then they're not gonna want to have any more.
The fruit thieves, you have to watch them.
Yes, yes. All right. Well, thank you. I'm gonna go check out what he has here. He has many, so definitely contact him. These are gonna run out, so contact him and get them because they're an amazing fruit that fruits very quickly. People always ask me what fruit tree can fruit real quick. This is your tree. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we are in his look at all these fruit trees he has. And he just doesn't have these. He has mangoes, avocados, just everything. I mean, I got
Adamoyas,
guavas,
longans, Barbados cherry, Gumachamba
yeah.
cherry.
And the trees look so nice here. Anyway, so he has this whole row here. He must have at least 50 of them. It looks like of
the row's 38, so there's
38. I was close. Of jujubes, and as he said, there's fruit on some of them already. So I'm gonna plant these and have fruit here within a year. Amazing, amazing. And I cut mine smaller than this, 3-gallon, and I got fruit back within almost 7 months. I got more fruit on it. Absolutely amazing. So get on out here. I'm telling you, if you have a yard and you have room, this is a tree you want to plant. Even though I have one of these trees, I'm actually getting some more because they could be short trees and they give so much fruit. And really, one tree is enough for all the fruit you need. I mean, there's so much fruit on this one tree. And you want to pick them, just so you know if you do get one of these. This is green, so you want to wait. Then they'll get a lighter green, but then they'll get like this yellow reddish tint to them. And that's when it's really sweet, so sweet. Now, I used to get these in California. My friend had a jujube farm, but in California, like Mike was saying, they have a different type of variety. And the variety out there, when they dried up, they call them Chinese dates, and they're actually absolutely amazing. They taste like butterscotch candy. But this variety, once it dries up, you can't eat it. It's no taste. So if you're in California, you get one of those. But I don't know how many of you have heard of this. The first time I heard of this, I actually bought one for my other house, and I didn't like it. But I realized the problem was I was eating them picked too soon, and they weren't that appetizing. But then I started to eat them when they had a red tint to them on this current tree I have, and wow, an amazing fruit. So I'm glad I gave it another shot. And here's one that's dried up. It means it wasn't picked. So in California, these are turned into delicious, where they call them Chinese dates, but here they're garbage. But they're not getting to that point in my house because I eat them as soon as they turn like this, and they're absolutely the sweetest. And so here's a big one. This is about a good size they grow to, and this is a fruit you definitely want to have, a fruit tree you definitely want to have. So, I mean, there must be on each tree maybe 60 or 70 of these, and they're very filling, so you're not going to eat them all. Like, you're not going to be like, I don't know, they just have a great taste. They taste like the sweetest apple you've ever tasted. And everyone I've gave one to that was like this, absolutely loved them. So, as I said here, I'm in Southeast Florida, and I don't know any places that have these for sale right now. I called around. And another thing is, the trees that Mike has, he didn't graft them, but they are grafted. I know some people that airlay these trees. And when you airlay them, I mean, on any tree, it's not as strong as if you graft it. I feel really confident about these grafted varieties. There's only one variety here in Florida, too. This one he's using for rootstock, but I don't know anyone who sells this type. But maybe somebody does. Maybe they planted a seed and they're just growing it from that. So if you want to be sure, here's the place to get them. I'll put Mike's contact information for trees and more below the video. You can check him out on Facebook. Come out to his farm because he has everything. He has look, check this out. These are his grown trees that he has. These are all grown. He has mangoes, so many mangoes that are fruiting right now. I mean, not fruiting, so many mangoes that are in bloom right now. But he has trees for when you come out here to visit. If something's in season, he often lets you taste it, so that's really cool. And then he has those other trees that I showed you right over there. These trees for sale. Just a wonderful place. All right, everybody, thank you for watching, and get these fruits and check them out and enjoy. And this is one thing you want to listen, because this is a good fruit to have. Have a great day, everybody, and keep growing. All right, everybody, there it was. That was the video from Trees and More. And as you can see, this tree is growing great. And when I pruned this last year, I pruned it way down to the bottom, and it grew back so quickly. It's just a great tree, and it could stay small, and it's just loaded with fruit. So everybody, thank you for watching, and put your comments below, and have a great day.